Okay, it's going to be for Sagittarius. Let's see what oracle card you guys need for the day. Let's see what comes out. Okay, we have initiation by air. It's funny because I just did a collective read and initiation by water came out. So some of you guys, oh wow. And then look what we have at the bottom. Initiation by fire. So some of you guys are being initiated by different elementals. And so it's kind of funny that they had me use these cards today. But so for example, and this has nothing to do with your astrology sign, okay? These are elementals. So some of you guys are meant to work with fire, meaning that you need to be out doing your prayer work under the sun or with some type of candle by you or fire, you know. Others of you are being initiated by air, so you need to be outside also when you're doing your prayer work, or you know, feeding the birds of the air. You need to be attracting those. You're a good communicator. There's signs, okay, of different elemental energy here. So some of you guys are being initiated by different elementals to work with. Very interesting. I've only used this deck maybe once or twice, so I really don't know what all's in it. So it's kind of interesting that these came out. But this one says, you have a strong and powerful mind. The mind can be a great asset. It can bring comfort, peace, and strength as you take your spiritual journey. It can also be a dark, destructive force undermining your power, making you doubt your own heart and keeping you trapped in fear. The mind developed without a loving spiritual practice can be a frightening weapon rather than a liberating sword. How will you choose to use your mind power? And that makes sense because air is all thoughts. It's all swords, okay? So there's something about needing to keep your mind right and you use it for the right things. It says your mind can become more spacious and luminous if you practice emptying it on a regular basis. The radiant mind can be a mighty warrior against fear and despair, encouraging you with thoughts of optimism. When not given a chance to empty, however, the mind becomes overwhelmed with unprocessed information. Much of it will be fear-based programming perpetuated by mass media, which is invested in controlling others and manipulating them by fear. This initiation will liberate and open the mind, empowered advanced souls to free themselves from manipulation and control. The hallmark of a dysfunctional society is that the mind is expected to dominate the inclinations of the heart rather than serve it. The mind can be trained to be a great manager, creator, and defender of what has genuine value to the heart. But the power to feel what has meaning for us, what moves us enough to rise above fears and risk growth, comes from the heart, not the mind. When the mind is given the task to feel and the heart is told not to feel, paralysis, confusion, and discomfort are experienced. So, you know, this also goes back, there's somebody here you're watching and you get in your head a lot. You know, instead of thinking from your heart, you're thinking from your head. Maybe pride, even like pride, ego, all goes into that thought process. So there's something here about, you know, like God is wanting you to think more of your heart with your heart. Your heart can sometimes get you in trouble, but there's also a need not to be doing a lot of overthinking, you know. And just like it said, those who watch a lot of TV, they get sucked into the media's bullshit. And so that's why I don't ever really have my TV on, unless somebody's here watching TV with me. I'll watch like a show with them or whatever, but I like my people, like my mom has to call and tell me when the weather is bad because I don't pay attention to any of that shit. I know the dangers of like letting certain things into your energy, especially into your like mind. Okay, so some of you guys are being initiated to like filter your thoughts. You know, Paul talked about that in the Bible, about like filtering his thoughts, because he knew how dangerous it can be to just let every damn thought run wild. Okay, so let's read the initiation by fire. It says, initiation by fire is a life-changing spiritual cleansing. Your life will never be the same again. Allow the power of divine fire to clear and purify you inside and out. This is not a time to hold on to anything, no matter how much you once believed you needed it. And letting go, you will gain so much more than you've ever imagined. Opening to fresh blessings and new life. You are like a phoenix ready to emerge from the holy flames, reborn. You have the spirit of the phoenix in you. You are able to rise again and again, even at times all seems lost. You are guided to remember this, and you are now being spiritually cleansed through initiation by fire. During such times, you will feel that you are being asked to let go of relationships, situations, sometimes even jobs, attitudes, and belief systems that you have relied upon until this point. You may have unintentionally placed more faith in this place, belief system, or identity than the placed in the divine. You may have held on to them rather than allowing the divine to guide you. This can happen easily on the earth plane. Sometimes these attachments become confining rather than supporting. In some cases, you will need to free yourself to continue your life journey. During the initiation by fire, all such attachments are burned away. A new life is a blessing, but that doesn't mean it is easily won. Sometimes the process can be challenging to the mind, even while the heart trusts in what is taking place. Whatever has been your stronghold in life, such as family, a marriage, job security, a talent, or something that you've used to define yourself, will be where fires burn the brightest. Those areas will be transformed. Letting go and allowing that to happen to the very parts of your life that you are most protective of can require deep faith. You have to remember that love is real so that you can hold on to your courage while you let go and allow the divine to have its way. Okay, so there's also something here, like, you know, we're talking about like the thoughts. There's also something like you're not wanting to let go of, that God is going to force you to let go of and burn it out of you. And it could be you know how I was talking about like the media and stuff like that, or like religious belief systems. However you was raised, there could be like limiting beliefs and stuff like that. You're holding yourself back. You're not wanting to let go of it because you're like, well, I was raised this way. I was taught this way. This has to be the right way. But in your heart, in your spirit, you know it's not. You know there's more to what you're experiencing. There's a reason why you're, you know, going through a huge spiritual awakening, and seeing numbers and signs and synchronicities and having dreams and visions, and some of you even more. You have other gifts, spiritual gifts that you may not understand. And so they are going to ask you to let go of a lot of that. And a lot of you have already let go of these things that have hindered you. And you're like it said, this phoenix rising. You've already been through that cleansing energy. Okay? So I've been talking about that on my YouTube channel though. Like the elemental energies. And past life activation. Yeah, they were telling me to pull one more. So this is about, you guys are remembering things that happened in your past lives. A lot of you had a lot of spiritual gifts in past lives, and that's now coming back to you. You're being activated. So they're telling you ahead of time, like, hey, when these changes start happening, we want you to know why they're happening so that you understand it. 9 times out of 10, they'll put the right people on your path to help you along the way. So there may be like other people who come towards you, or spirit will put in your life at that time to kind of help you understand what's going on. Okay. So anyways, I love you guys, and we'll see you next time.